The Pokemon Brick Bronze game is back on Roblox. What's going on, gamers? Welcome back to yet another video here on BloxSquare. Pokemon games has always been a problem for Roblox. We all know the saga where Pokemon games were taken down just because Nintendo wasn't happy and eagerly waiting to copyright strike Roblox if they found any Pokemon game that didn't follow the rules and stole assets. There are plenty of Pokemon games that were banned just for this reason. However, in today's video, we're looking at a game that Roblox brought back. That's right, we're talking about Pokemon Brick Bronze. Stay tuned and watch to learn how this game is still on Roblox. Before we start with today's video, however, make sure you subscribe to our channel and also turn on the bell for the latest notifications and updates. Make sure you never miss another video. With that said, let's jump into today's video. So it is official that Roblox has Pokemon Brick Bronze back on the website. Well, not exactly. This game is a copy of the original Brick Bronze. The copy actually got big and was on the front page of Roblox. The game got so big to the point where Roblox developers who actually work on the game were going on Twitter and specifically asking people to stop and take down their game because they were legally obligated to move on. They were, however, left with a bad taste in their mouths because other people were using their game that they made with passion for profit. The game that is a copy of Pokemon Brick Bronze is called Arcade Pokemon Brick Bronze, which is made by a person called Nice Dev Toolbox. This game was created in June 2021, which means that it is fairly new. It's also received an update a few days before it was released. Now, if you head over and check the profile of the developers of the game, you can see it is just a throwaway account. This is not the developer's actual account because there's nothing to show that is actually him. The developers also created an account on Roblox just few days before releasing his game, which is really suspicious. The developers also added stuff like game passes and other links, which if you click on, takes you to a game that is under review. The developers look like someone who's out to make money from his game, which is scummy and really sad to see, obviously. Now, if you load the game, you can see that it is exactly the same game as the original. The only changes made are where it put their names over the name of the developers of the original game. The game is also just an exact copy of the previous game, which happens to be owned by the Nintendo company. This game, like the previous one, has all the copyrighted material, which is weird because it hasn't taken down yet. But now, let's take a look at why the original Pokemon Brick Bronze was so popular and why it was a problem for Roblox. The Brick Bronze game was so popular because of the Pokemon element, but it was also popular because of the ability to play with or against friends inside the game as well. That and the fact that playing the game only cost 25 Robux, which is the equivalent of about 30 cents. However, Nintendo had a problem with the game due to copyright infringement, and so Roblox had to take the game down. Should Nintendo be blamed for the game being banned? It is important to realize that the original games are made by Nintendo are really expensive to not only purchase but also to create. There are no exact numbers released by Nintendo about the cost of developing specific games, and estimates are hard to make because people are often working on many projects at once, which makes exact numbers hard to pin down. There has been speculations that most games cost well into the tens of millions of dollars to develop, but again, no one knows for sure. Since the development of these games are quite expensive, it is pretty obvious that Nintendo wants people to keep buying the games to pay for the development of the games and also net Nintendo a profit. If people can buy a Pokemon game in Roblox for 30 cents in Nintendo's mind, they are much less likely to buy a $60 game for their normal Nintendo platform. Whether this is true or not is anyone's guess, but Nintendo wanted to make sure that no one can play a Pokemon game without paying for it. Whether Nintendo should be blamed for protecting their copyrights is certainly up for debate. No one was actually stealing anything from Nintendo, but they certainly based the game on the millions of dollars of work that Nintendo has done in the past. Should Nintendo be blamed? Ultimately, yes. It was Nintendo who took down the game and made it not be able to be played by thousands of fans and players. However, to place all the blame on Nintendo wouldn't be fair. The creators of the game could have just easily used a similar storyline and created the characters like dragons or other mythical beasts that you could battle against each other. Instead, they chose to try and ride the coattails of Nintendo and create a game based on Nintendo's popular work. It won't be a surprise if such copies keep popping up on Roblox and a few days later they are taken down due to copyright. That brings us to the end of today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.